Think fast, speak smart. 7 game-changing shifts to speak English fluently. Welcome to our channel. This is not just another English video. This is your turning point. You're not here by accident. And this is not just a video you'll forget after 10 minutes. This is the one you'll remember. Because something inside you is ready. Ready to stop pretending to be fluent. And finally become fluent. Maybe you've been learning English for years. You know the grammar rules. You've filled notebooks with new words. You've watched dozens of videos, saved tips, repeated phrases. You try so hard. But when it's time to speak, your brain hesitates. Your confidence drops. And you feel stuck. Like the words are hiding somewhere just beyond your reach. You can read. You can write. But when it's time to speak, something breaks. You pause. You search for the right word. You worry about your grammar. You feel embarrassed. You second-guess every sentence before it even leaves your lips. And after all that effort, you ask yourself the painful question: why am I still not fluent? But the problem is not you. The problem is the method. You've been taught what to know, but not how to use it. Fluency is not memorized. It's trained. It's built. It's practiced like a muscle. Speaking English fluently is not about being perfect. It's not about knowing every word. It's not even about speaking fast. It's about training your brain to think and respond. Naturally, confidently, without fear. And to do that, you need something most courses don't teach. You need the 7 game-changing shifts we're about to show you. These are not gimmicks. They're not magic tricks. They're the exact techniques fluent speakers use, whether they're natives or not. And once you understand them, fluency won't feel like a faraway dream anymore. It will feel like something you're finally building, one step at a time. So breathe in. Shake off the self-doubt. Let's begin this journey, together. Now listen closely, because what you're about to hear isn't fluff. It's a guide. A real, practical, tested path that has helped thousands transform their English speaking. And I want you to promise something right now. That you won't just listen. You'll pause, reflect, and actually try what you hear. Because if you do, English will never feel like a wall again. It'll feel like a window. Alright, ready? Let's begin with the first shift. Think in English. Let's start with the biggest block to fluency. Translation. Every time you try to form an English sentence in your native language first, you're slowing your brain down. You say, I want to go to the market. But your brain first builds it in your own language, then translates word by word. And by the time it's ready to speak, the conversation has already moved on. So what's the fix? You train your brain to think in English directly. How? Here are 3 practical ways. 1. Label everything around you. Say it out loud. Fridge. Fan. Curtain. Mug. 2. Narrate your actions silently. I'm brushing my teeth. I'm boiling water. I'm leaving now. 3. Use your emotions. Say, I'm tired. I feel great. I don't like this. It will feel strange at first. But in 7 days, it'll be familiar. And in 30 days, it'll be automatic. Yes. This one shift, thinking in English, will clear the noise in your head. And when your thoughts become simpler, your speaking becomes easier. Now let's talk about a mistake almost everyone makes. Stop memorizing word lists. How many word lists have you memorized? 100? 500? Maybe more? And yet you still freeze when someone says, "What did you eat for lunch?" That's because memorizing words without context is like collecting bricks without building anything. The brain doesn't remember words. It remembers stories. So here's a smarter way to grow your vocabulary. 1. Pick a real-life topic every week. Let's say, food. 2. Watch a 5-minute English video about food. YouTube. TED Ed. Anything natural. 3. Write 3 simple sentences. For example, I ate pasta yesterday. The restaurant was expensive. I don't like spicy food. 4. Say them out loud. Repeat them in conversations or journal entries. Why does this work? Because you're no longer memorizing. You're living the language. Real memory comes from real use. And your brain learns fastest when it has a reason to remember. Transition. You don't need to know more words. You need to use the ones you already know better. Now let's address something even more powerful. Something most learners wait too long to do. Speak before you feel ready. There's a dangerous lie that holds people back. Wait until you're confident, then speak. But confidence doesn't come first. Speaking does. Let me ask you something. Did you wait until you were confident before you started walking as a baby? No. You tried. You fell. You stood again. That's what fluency needs. So here's your challenge. Every day, pick a small topic. Your breakfast. Your pet. Your favorite movie. Set a 30-second timer. Speak about it without stopping. Even if you make mistakes. Even if you repeat words. Even if you stutter. Because every second your mouth is moving, your brain is learning to trust itself. Slide text. Don't wait for confidence. Build it. Still with me? Good, because this next technique is how the pros level up. Shadowing. Let me introduce you to a powerful tool that advanced learners use. Shadowing. It's simple. Step 1. Find a video with natural English. Step 2. Play a sentence. Step 3. Pause. Step 4. Repeat it instantly, exactly how you heard it. Match the speed, the tone, the pause. This does 3 things. It trains your pronunciation. It sharpens your listening speed. It programs your brain to speak without building sentences from scratch. Imagine this. You shadow 1 video a day for 30 days. You're not just learning words. You're absorbing the rhythm of fluent English. Shadowing is fluency on fast forward. But what makes it stick? The answer lies deeper, in your emotions. Make English emotional. Let me ask you. Do you remember every grammar rule you learned? Probably not. But do you remember a line from your favorite movie? A quote from a song? A scene from a video that made you cry or laugh? Of course you do. Why? Because emotion cements memory. If you want to speak fluently, connect English with your feelings. Watch English stories that make you feel something. Follow creators whose lives you relate to. Watch real conversations, not just scripted lessons. The more English touches your heart, the more it sticks in your mind. So far, we've focused on how you think and practice. Now, let's talk about what you surround yourself with. Create a personal English zone. Let me ask you something. If you only hear English for 20 minutes a day, how do you expect your brain to become fluent? Here's the truth. Your environment teaches you more than any textbook ever will. That's why it's time to create your English zone. Start small. Change your phone's language to English. Label your kitchen tools, your mirror, your wardrobe, in English. Make your YouTube, TikTok, Netflix, an English-only space for a few weeks. And talk to your devices. Ask Google or Siri questions in English every day. What you're doing here is building immersion, without leaving your home. You're not just studying anymore. You're living with English. And soon, you'll start thinking in English without even realizing it. Make English your daily space, not your daily subject. Now, before we wrap up, there's one last fear that holds back millions of learners. And we need to break it, right here, right now. Don't fear your accent. The fear that holds us back. Why is it so hard to speak English with people? Not because you haven't studied. You have. You've read books, watched videos, listened to podcasts. But when it's time to open your mouth, fear shows up. That fear is sneaky. It whispers, "What if I make a mistake? What if they laugh at me? What if they don't understand? That fear creates silence. And silence creates self-doubt. Soon you start believing that you'll never be fluent, that you're just not good enough. Let me tell you something, fluency is not perfection. Fluency is courage. And courage doesn't come from knowing every word in the dictionary. It comes from being okay with not knowing every word, and speaking anyway. No, confidence is a skill, not a gift. Now here's the good news, confidence is not something you're born with. It's something you build. No one starts confident. Every great speaker began as a shaky beginner. The difference is, they didn't give up. They spoke anyway. They made mistakes anyway. They learned by doing, not just by watching. Confidence is like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. And every time you open your mouth, you're training that muscle. You don't wait to be confident to speak English. You speak English to become confident. Let me repeat that. You don't wait to be confident to speak. You speak to become confident. Why confidence matters more than grammar. Some learners wait until they perfect their grammar before speaking. But guess what? That day never comes. Language is communication, not calculation. Imagine two people. One speaks with perfect grammar but no confidence. The other makes a few mistakes but speaks with energy, eye contact, and a smile. Who do you think people enjoy talking to more? The confident one. Because confidence is magnetic. It makes people listen. It makes you believable. It makes your message clear, even if your grammar isn't. When you're confident, people focus on your message. When you're nervous, they focus on your mistakes. So stop trying to be perfect. Be expressive. Be brave. Be real. Let's face it, many English learners are afraid of how they sound. They say things like, "My accent is too strong. People will laugh at me. I'll never sound like a native speaker." But here's something no one told you. You don't have to sound native to sound fluent. Let me repeat that. You don't have to sound native to sound fluent. Your accent is part of your story. It tells people where you're from. It's a reflection of your journey. You know what really matters. Clarity. Confidence. Connection. Speak clearly. Speak boldly. And you will be understood. That's the goal, not perfection. Some of the most inspiring English speakers in the world speak with accents. And their voice still moves hearts. Your accent is not your weakness. It's your signature. Now, take a deep breath. You've come this far. You've listened. You've learned. Let's bring it all together. Fluency is a journey, not a miracle. So let's recap the 7 shifts that will change your fluency forever. 1. Think in English, don't translate. 2. Stop memorizing words, use them in real life. 3. Speak before you feel ready, confidence follows action. 4. Shadow fluent speakers, absorb rhythm and flow. 5. Let English move you, make it emotional. 6. Create an English zone, immerse yourself daily. 7. Don't fear your accent, own it with pride. Every one of these is simple, but not always easy. But the best things in life? They start small. With one sentence. One conversation. One brave choice. Today, you've made that choice. You've invested your time. You've opened your mind. Now it's time to use your voice. Fluency isn't found in a classroom. It's found in your courage to speak. And if this message spoke to you, there's one more step to take. Don't let this video be just something you watched. Let it be a turning point. Subscribe to this channel right now, because we'll keep guiding you. We'll keep pushing you. And we'll keep reminding you that your voice matters. Leave a comment below. I'm building my fluency. Let us know which shift hit you the hardest. Which one you'll start today. And finally, share this with one friend who needs hope. One friend who's struggling silently. Because we don't rise alone. We rise together. This is your turning point. You're not just learning English. You're becoming fluent. Let's build this together.